position, but sitting up tall, nice and cross-legged. Let's bring the ring up above your head and ground in the sits bones. And I'm going to show you from the side. We'll send the ring up and keep your shoulders soft, and then round the spine and push your ring a little bit forward. And get that coccyx curve in the rounding, look down towards your tummy, and then lift it back up overhead like you're giving yourself a nice little halo. We'll do that twice more, rounding the spine and sucking in the stomach, looking down. Keep the elbows bent so the shoulders can soften a little bit more. And when you soften the shoulders, you start to feel the rhomboids. And inhale and round back up. And then exhale, round once more. We've got the ring forward, the tummy in, the rhomboids engaged. Pull that tummy in a little bit more, and then we'll round back up. And now we'll take our little halo, and using that rounding back, we'll move over to the left, front, and then over to the right. So we're making little circles with our torso. It's really getting the torso engaged. The only reason the ring is moving is because you're using those ribs to roll around. Everything is coming from the core. Let's do one more circle. Yeah, that's it. Really send it back. And then we'll go 5 times the other way. Just pull it to the left, roll it back to the right, and a little bit forward. So we start to feel how the bones and the butt kind of rotate up and over to the side and back. But really, the tummy is doing all the work here. Yeah, almost a super slow little hula. Good, we'll do one more. Rolling it around, rolling it up, rolling it forward. And now let's reach the ring up tall. We'll let that ring go back behind the head. So we've got that ring sending back, and now reach it up. This is tricep work. So I invite you to press the ring with the palms of your hands so you get that engagement. And this should be feeling strong on your shoulders particularly. Bend it back. Use the triceps to bring it forward. Bend the elbows and straighten the elbows. Does that feel okay on your shoulders?
Yeah, it's challenging.
Okay, is it challenging?
My triceps are, well, I think it's mostly challenging on my triceps. I think I have really weak triceps.
Yes, we all do, honestly. It is a really interesting part of the body. But I'm glad it feels okay. I'm glad it's challenging on the triceps and not the shoulders. Yeah, because they're close. Now
Yeah, I have to be careful to hold my form properly, or else it would, I think.
That's it, exactly. And there's your discipline, right? Pulling the stomach in, but keeping the chest tall. Yeah, really keep it disciplined. Now, if you want, Susie, to make it a little more challenging on the triceps, when you've got it behind the head, you can give it a little squeeze and let it go. Bring it up, bring it back, and give it a little squeeze. Only if that's okay. We're going to go 4 more, either squeezing or not, and bring it back up. Good breath, I hear it. Bring it back. Maybe squeeze, I know. Good, and just once more. Big inhale, and then exhale, the elbows squeeze in. Yeah. Really good. Try to bring the elbows a little closer, squeeze. That's it. Yes. And let's bring it up. Now we'll bring the ring forward. It's still in the hands, and it's still in the heels of the hands. Uncross your legs for me, and put the feet down. And then roll down just until the front of the ring kind of touches the tops of your knees. Pull the tummy and look down, roll back up, just bring the ring forward. Great C curve, yeah, good. Do it again, roll down just until the ring touches the knees, make your arms really long, great C curve, and then roll on up. We're rolling down again to that same position. Pause. I'd like you to lift your legs, bring them into tabletop, and place the ring on top of your shins. Very good. Yeah, just place it right on top of the shins. Pull the tummy in. Reach both arms outside the right leg. Bring the hands together. Lower the right fingers down to the ground and up. Down to the ground and up. Down to the ground. Yes, and up. Down to the ground on that. That's great. The elbows aren't locking out. Down to the ground and up. Just knee height. Yes. Down to the ground and up. We go for 2. Reach it up. 1. Reach it up. Pause here. We'll bring it back to center. Take your time to reach those hands over to the left and slowly press it down and lift it up. Now, I know it's getting challenging. Also, if the fingers don't press all the way to the ground, that's okay. We're in a twist, and we can make the twist deeper by leaning back a little bit deeper. Inhale up, exhale, hands down. Really good. Lower and come to knee height. Really good, Susie. We're doing 2 more. Lower it down, up, lower palms down, reach it up. Let's bring it back to center. Please put the feet on the floor. We'll send the ring out to the side and hug the knees. Let the chin rest toward the chest as maybe the forehead touches onto the knees. Let's inhale into that rounded back and feel free to let it go. Don't think of form so much as a really nice release. We'll take another inhale into that and then exhale. Do 1 more breath release, and we're releasing the low and middle back. Nice. Now let's rise on up. We'll bring the ring back into our hands and we'll lengthen both legs long. We're rolling down. We're going to work on a more lower core and the whole core, actually. I'd like you to keep the legs long as we do and strong. Squeeze them and roll on down. Press those heels. Use the whole powerhouse to lower and bring the ring up above your face. Let's squeeze the legs in. I'd like you to bring the legs inside the ring now and bring them outside the ankles. So we've got the legs inside. We're pressing away with the sides of the legs. And what I'd like you to do is to press your hands down by your hips and bring your legs into tabletop. Keep pressing away with the ring and lift the legs to the sky. Keep the back on the mat the whole time. Bend the knees into tabletop and lift them up to the sky. Bend them to tabletop. Really good. Now, when you come to tabletop, can you really get tabletop even lower? Yeah, so good. And inhale it back up. Legs to the sky. Perfect form. Bend, keep the whole back on the mat. Send the knees an inch away from your body. Yeah, good. And inhale it back up to the sky. Tiny motion, but boy, does it make it hard. Bend the knees. Press the back down. Really use that motion a little bit more, a little bit more. Yes. Squeeze. Press the back into the mat and bring it up. We're doing 2 more. Bend. Go slow. It makes it harder. Keep going. Just another 2 inches down. That's it. And press it back up. 1 more. Bend. Keep the back down the whole time. Try to get the knees away from your body. Yeah, send them more away, away, away. Super challenging. Lower down. Use your shoulder strength. 1 more inch. 1 more inch. Yes. And bring it back up to the sky. Legs straight up. Wonderful. Keep it there. Have your hands wherever you like for a moment. Now I'd like you to drive that ring. So keep pressing out with your thighs get the whole back on the ground, that's probably going to mean that you're sending the legs away. But pull that tummy in, make it super active in the tummy. You might even want to press your elbows down and put your palms on your tummy and drive the ring side to side. Think 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Now, when you hit 10 o'clock, say pause and rotate it to 2, pause and rotate it to 10. And what you notice, Susie, is every time you pause, that oblique activates and you get a sense of what's doing the work. Send your legs a little bit away from you. Yeah, send the legs a little away the way you sent. Yes. Press the back down. Does that feel okay?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, good. And then, yeah, so you get a sense of the obliques. Now, if you need those hands down for support, totally understandable. Rotate to 10, press it, and then rotate.
Anne,
Mm-hmm.
I've actually been thinking a bit about my obliques, and I don't like trying to engage them better.
Yeah.
Like, for example, in this exercise, I'm feeling it a lot in my glutes and my hips, I suppose.
That's good, because the reason you're feeling that, I hope, is because you're pressing the ring out really actively. Is that true?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. It's a multitasker. Yeah, that's why we're pressing the ring. If your legs were soft and just in the air and without a ring and you weren't pressing out, you would not be feeling that. So you're doing it properly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I'm not feeling much in my obliques.
I think what you might need to do is to send the legs further away. Let's send that ring up to the sky. Yeah, that's it. Lower them as low as you possibly can. Keep pressing the legs out though. Lower the legs as low as you can, but don't get any curvature in your spine. So you've really got to push the spine down and really get active in the low tummy. Are you feeling that?
Yeah, that I feel it more now.
Okay, good. Yeah. Be careful what you wish for, right?
Yeah.
Darn. Darn, there it is. Why did I open my... Exactly. Yeah, let's do another 3. That's great. See, I think when you send the legs away and really push it down and try to pause at 10 and 2. Yeah, stop. Yeah, stop. And do it again. Just do 2 more. Yeah, that's so good. Now make it center and bring it back up. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that, Susie. Always please tell me when you're not feeling something you think you should be feeling, because in that case, that was absolutely the case. Now reach out for your ring. We're going to bring the legs outside the ring so the ankles, actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to have them lower the ring all the way down. So it's between the thighs, but not so far away from the knees. So it takes a moment to find the place that's working. And the ring is big, but same thing, we get the whole back on the mat, send the legs away, and then squeeze the ring in. The ring is lower, this part of the body is strong, but when you're squeezing the ring in, the legs will come close together, but make sure your back is on the mat. So unmistakable tummy engagement, particularly if you let those legs go a little bit away. Now, what I'd like you to do, the ring is squeezing, press your palms down by your side, squeeze the ring like you want to bring it together. We're holding for 10, 9, squeeze the ring even more, 7, squeeze the ring even more, lift the hips a little bit, get the back on the mat, 2, and 1, and release and let it go. And let that ring relax, the knees come a little closer to the shoulders so you get the hips up just for a release. We're doing that twice more. Inhale and then send those legs out away as far away as you can. Just keep that back on the mat. Tummy engaged. Squeeze the ring as much as you can. Squeeze more and hold for 10 and 9. Squeeze the ring even more. The legs are probably shaking. The back is working to stay flat. 4. Keep squeezing. 2. 1. Release and let those knees relax for a minute. Send the knees toward the shoulders. Take an inhale last time. Send those legs out far away as you can, but squeeze the ring. Get that low back on the mat like you're trying to make an impression of your triangle sacrum in the ground. Keep squeezing. We're already halfway there. Breathe. Keep pressing your back in. Try to bring your knees together. 2. And last one, let that go and release those knees toward the chest. Good. Did you feel that in the inner thighs and the low tummy?
Yeah, especially when I was like really trying to keep my legs parallel. It's amazing how it changed. Like if my legs weren't really parallel.
Yes, and it does change, because think how long your legs are and how much they weigh relative when they're in the sky. And so your core has to keep that going. So it's really, really intense. Now we're going to do something similar. We're keeping the ring inside the legs, but this time I'd like you to bring it up higher, right under the ankles, and we're straightening the legs to the sky this time. So this is isolated as well. When we lower the hands on down by the hips, once again, we're sending the legs out as long as we can. I like to focus on the sacrum just because it's so central. Try to press that into the mat, and we're finding those 3 squeezes again. It's harder, so push the back down, squeeze the ring, and get a little bend in the knees so you're working the insides of the legs without any knee pain. Keep squeezing, press the back in. I know my legs are shaking when I do this exercise. Breathe. You probably see the ring vibrating. That's good. Press the back down and let it go, and bring those knees in toward the shoulders again. We're doing that twice more, up to the sky, but you do have a micro bend in the knee. Now send it away as far away as you can. Good. Send it a little further away. Yeah. Good. And now squeeze. Really squeeze. Good. Great bend in the legs. Squeeze the ankles closer together if you can. Yes. Breathe out. Get your whole back down now. Whole back down. Good. Focus on the sacrum. Maybe send the legs away a little bit more. See how the back handles that? Perfect. Good. So yeah, good adjustment. And release. Good. Relax the knees a little bit. We're just doing one more. You're so good, Susie, because you're exploring your edge. That's the whole goal. One more. We're going to send the legs up to the sky. So these isolated ones, they're super intense. Legs long, micro bend the knee. You can use the palms for sure, and then squeeze. Press the sacrum in. You want to make an impression in the sand with that triangle shaped bone. Breathe a lot. Breathe more. Fantastic. One more breath. Nice. And let that go. Good. Bend it in. This time we're going to reach up for the ring. This will feel nice, actually. And I'd like you to bend your legs and put your toes in the ring so that like sort of the arch of your foot, or maybe the ball of the foot, is on top of the ring. The handles are out to the sides and you're holding the other part of the ring. So once you get that, bring your toes close to each other, and then we're going to roll on up so we can balance on the sacrum. And we've got our arms nice and long. Yeah, and then we're going to roll it back just to the middle of the back, and the legs are long. And we're going to make this loose, not a big discipline thing. I just want you to massage the back. Yeah, and feel those shoulders kind of relax. Good. Let's do another one. That's it. And now we're going to roll on up and we will balance here. Good. I'd like you to reach the legs long. With your chest, your hands are on the ring, so pull the chest up so it's nice and tall. And you might want to bend your elbows. So get a nice big lift. Try to lift the legs a little higher and bring the chest a little closer up. Yeah, big chest opening. Yeah, so beautiful. Good, let's hold that. Focus on your right foot in the ring. Let your left leg go outside the ring. And then lower that left leg to the ground and lift it up. Put it back inside the ring. Nice. Bring it back up. Carefully place it next to your right foot in the ring. There you go. Same thing. We let the right leg go. Carefully lower it down. Keep the foot flexed. Lift it back up. And carefully place it next to that left foot in the ring. Nice. Take the left foot, lower it down. Is that challenging?
Well, I just feel unstable.
I know. That's the point. That's good. That's the point. Because what the core is doing, again, the legs are so long and so heavy that your stability, you're intentionally throwing it off. Yeah. And don't be fearful. Yeah, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Good. Nice. That's so much work in the core. Pause for a second. Let the left leg or the other leg go. Really slow. Yes, that's it, Susie. Here's the core.
Straight leg?
Doesn't matter. Yeah, the body's working so hard. One more. Lower it down. Yes, fantastic shaking. That's what we want. And one more opposite leg. Would you like to do another round? Sure you would. One more. Perfect. The shaking is beautiful. That's work. And one more on the other leg. Perfect form. Now you can let the ring go. Just lower the feet down. That's great. What was so beautiful about that is you never lost the lift in your chest. And that's important because when we do, then we round the back inappropriately and we lose it all. So phenomenal work. Now we're taking the ring, push it out to the side for a moment. We're going to use that again. And I roll over on your side so that you're facing the camera. Great. We're going to use the ring in a moment, but first we're going to find some other motions. Lengthen the legs long. Yeah, maybe stay up on the elbow, or always you can rest the head. You can even lengthen all the way out, whichever feels nicest to you. I just like you to lift your top leg. And we're making very small circles, almost the size of a golf ball, resting on the side. Yeah. So that leg is just almost picture a golf ball between the ankles and roll that leg around. Keep the leg really sturdy. And as the stomach gets really engaged, we'll make those circles, pause for a moment, and then go the other direction. Try not to move torso.
Toe pointed?
Pardon me?
Is the toe pointed?
I like to point the toe, yeah. Because when the toe is pointed, it's easier to get that sensation of the ankles coming together. Sometimes when we flex, the heel gets in the way. Yeah. Good. Now let's pause here. Keep that leg hovering. With the hand down, I'd like you to lift that leg up to the sky, rotate it a little bit toward the front of the camera, and lower it down. Nice. Do one more. Just point that leg straight up. Nice soft point. And lower it down and hover it above the ankle. Now keep that toe pointed. Trace the inside of the leg on the ground. Bring that knee up so it's towards your shoulder. Shine that leg straight up. There's that inner thigh that you use the whole time. Now flex the foot. Lower the heels toward each other. Hover them. Point the toe. Lower that toe on top of the thigh. Trace it as high as you can. Lift the knee toward the ear or the shoulder. Shine it up from the strength of your inner thigh. That's it. Flex, strong, lower it down and hover it above the other heel. That's it. Point, trace, high as you can lift, inner thigh strength, reach it up, flex, lower it down. And again, trace, reach it in, lift it up, don't roll around, shine it up, flex, really abrupt, point it down. And one more, point, trace down the inside of the leg, bring that knee up toward the shoulder, shine it as high as you can, that's it, inner thigh again, flex, there's an activation, good, and we'll keep it there. Now I'd like you to rise on up and find your ring. We're placing the handle of the ring. Actually, I'm going to say not the handle because it makes it a little less stable, which is fun. So the handle, they're both out to the side. We're finding a lift. I always like to bend the knees to find our lift of the ring. Bring that ring kind of in front of the chest. And as we lift up, then we can send it along. Be mindful of your shoulder. As you press the ring, you lift the hips. Press the ring, lift the hips. Press and lift. Press and lift. Press and lift. There's the sideways. Press it down and lift. It's going to be tiny. Yeah, press it down and lift. Press it down and lift. We're doing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. We'll send the ring out to the side. I'd like you to roll onto your back again. Bend the knees in. Let's shine the legs up to the sky. I'd like you to reach the fingers up to the sky too. So you've got fingers and feet pointed to the sky and your back is on the ground. Take an inhale and then exhale. Lift the legs high, lift the fingers high. There's not much of the back on the ground. On the count of 3, lower. 3, 2, 1. Lower the back, head, neck, and shoulders. Reach it up. Inhale, so not much of your back end is on the ground. You're reaching up for something above you. And ever so slowly, 3, 2, 1. Do it again. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Yeah, and try to lift straight up, not towards your legs. Yeah, it's harder. And then 3, lower 2, lower 1. Keep your toes pointed. Inhale, reach your arms.
I was starting to get a cramp.
Oh, is it cramping?
I think it's okay though.
It's like the Charlie horse in the middle of the night, right?
Yeah, yep.
I know. Take an inhale up. Try to lift your arms straight up. Yeah, good. You can bend the elbows. Reach higher. Higher. Reach everything a little bit higher. That's it. And 3. Lower 2. Lower 1. Last one. Inhale here. Just hands straight up. Don't go toward the legs. There's something right above you. That's the lift. Yes. Keep lifting. Lift the legs more. Lift the chest more. There's a scorpion under your shoulders. Oh my God. Lift, lift, lift. And slowly. 3, 2, 1. I know. Ah. Now we get to roll over onto the other side.
Okay.
I know. Those are biggies. So let's get that stance. The reason we're doing this golf ball motion, it prepares the leg for when we're shining it up and it gets that activation. Now we're on our side. So even though we don't have a challenge of squeezing the ring up in the air, the work has to come all from here. Yeah. So press it down. I'm going to do a different variation this time so we can keep the sideways lifted. Do what's comfortable. Raise it up and point and really lengthen the leg. And then tiny. The outer leg's working. The core is working because we don't want the core rolling around. And the toe is pointed. And it seems super simple. And the smaller that you try to make it, kind of the harder it is. So if you try to think, tinier circle, but point the toe more, gets harder. Let's stop and then go back. Good. And the whole time focusing on the core activation. This is one where we really start to notice where the leg is actually connected in the torso and all those attachments. Yeah. Good. So now we'll pause. The leg is hovering. We'll slowly trace in. Go as high as you can, but try not to roll forward or rock back. Lift it up, flex, and lower it down. Yeah, just keep on lowering down. Get lift up in the waist and then point. Trace it in, shoulder and knee get closer, shine it up. Keep lifting the lower upper body. Flex it. Hover it there. And then we point. Reach up. Inner thigh activation. Flex. Lower it down. That's it. Good. You're bringing it nice and close and then really abruptly lower it down. Yeah, so good. 3 more. Inhale up. Up we go on a point. Up we go on a flex. Lower it down nice and strong. Inhale. Get lift, lift, lift. Yeah, really point it up. Flex, super strong here. And then lower, hover it down. Just 1 more. Inhale. Reach it up. Shine it up. Like there's a star in the sky. Yeah, flex it. And then lower, hover. Nice. Let's bend the knees. We'll get our ring again. Now, if it was wobbly, if it felt too wobbly this way, you can always put the handle down. That's going to make it a little more stable. So whichever sounds nicer to you. Okay. Always rise with bent legs so we're not sending too much tension. There's opportunity for injury if you rise long legs. So press up, then lengthen the legs. Always, of course, mindful of the shoulders. So this hand is bent. Yeah, the elbow's almost to the sky. And then press, press. Now, it's fine to press, but
I'm not going to do that. I can't do that on my shoulder. Ooh,
is that the shoulder? Okay. I have a modification. What we're going to do is lie down and press your head down, okay? And then take this ring and simply press. Yeah, press with all your might, but don't move your core. So when you're pressing, get your elbow up high to the sky. Yeah. Okay. Don't move the core. And when you press, like when we're doing the legs, press and hold. We're working this whole side of the chest. Press and hold. Push it down. Don't let it come back up. Push it down and release. Push it down and release. That's it. Use that chest and shoulder. Nice. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we just want to even it out without stressing the shoulder. Press. Imagine all the strength here in the chest. Press it down and release it up. Just do 3 more. Press and hold. It might start to shake, squeeze. Get the sideways active. Keep the rest of the body active. Let it go. And do 2 more. Press, press, press. Yeah, good. Heel the hand, elbow to the sky. Good. 1 more. Yeah.
So I'm supposed to be feeling that along here on both sides?
You know, we would feel it. I just don't want to stress your shoulder. We would feel a whole lot in the sideways if you were lifting up, you know, if you were lifting up. But this is becoming, when we're on the ground, it's becoming much more of a chest and also a little bit of a rhomboid exercise. So you're not going to feel it as much as the other side when we were lifted, you know, but that's okay. Yeah, we got to modify for what's working for you, you know? Yeah. So let's let that ring go for a minute. We're going to focus on the block. So I'd like you to roll over onto your back again, and we'll find your block. And this again, so we're going down the channel of the body. So we're the whole time that we're working the core, we're actually using the legs and the arms to get that stability, and they're getting a workout too. So I'd like you to bring that block between your knees, and it's going between the knees on the long setting. And we've done this before. We've got to keep squeezing that block in order to keep the back disciplined. And so I'd like you to roll on down. And once again, we bring the legs to tabletop. We're starting with the hands up overhead. The backs of the hands are on the ground and the palms are to the sky. Squeeze your block. Your legs are in tabletop. And can you get them in a true tabletop? So push the back down. Bring that legs a little bit more away from you. Like I could rest your ring on your shins again. Yeah. A little bit more. Lower the legs a little lower. Yeah. Good. That's your starting position. Try to keep that. Big inhale. Lift head, neck, and shoulders and point your arms to the sky. Put your elbows down. Shine those hands through the legs. Bring the palms together in prayer position. Lift more. Bring the elbows back down. Point the arms to the sky again like you did. And then 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Okay? So I'm going to call out those motions. Very good. Okay, so bring the hands back behind. It's nice because this is your one time you get to use momentum. Okay, big inhale, point them to the sky. It helps. Yeah, lift head, neck, and shoulders though at the same time. So let's do that again. Bring the arms back. Head, neck, and shoulders comes up. Point the fingers to the sky. Yeah, elbows down. Elbows down on the ground. Hands in prayer position, send them through under the block. Lift more. Head, neck, and shoulders. Yes. Lower down elbows again. Point hands to the sky. Lower down 3, 2, 1. Good. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Should I be looking kind of when
I like to look toward the knees right away. Because that,
okay.
the first move is your one chance at momentum, and then you don't get any more. So I like to take advantage of that. Yes, I like it like right at the knees. So hands up. Good. Inhale, reach up. Yes. Elbows. Send it through prayer position. Good. Elbows. Send hands up to the sky. That's the hard part. Lower down 3, round 2, 1. On the lowering down, Susie, can you do me a favor and round down? And don't worry about sending the hands up overhead on the rounding down. Just keep them in the sky. I just want to protect the shoulder, okay? Big inhale, lift up. Head, neck, and shoulders, elbows. Send prayer position through. Good, elbows. Yes, great lift. Elbows. Lift hands up to the sky. Keep them there. Round down 3. Look towards your knees 2 and 1. Good. Now send the arms back. It's just safer. Can you do 2 more? Of course you can.
Yeah.
Inhale. Use your momentum. Lift it way up. Head, neck, and shoulders. Yes. Elbows. Faster. Send the hands through. Faster. Elbows. Up to the sky. Slowly. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Send the hands back. Last one. Inhale. Lift up everything really. Elbows. Send the hands through. Elbows. Up to the sky. Slowly lower. 3, 2, 1. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So keep the block near you, but we're going to slip it away now from between the legs. And now finally, we're going to rock and roll up to standing. So we're going to try or do our fun little thing. When we roll forward, it should feel good on your back, which has been super disciplined all class. And then we'll bring the heels toward the glutes, try not to use our hands, and press those feet down close to the butt and find yourself in a forward fold. Yeah, good. Right away, forward fold. And here, let's hand the head heavy and maybe make a picture frame with your arms so you can roll like an elephant trunk over to the right and over to the left. Over to the right and over to the left. Yeah, good. Nice release. You need that on that low back. Now, when we come to center, I'd like you to let the fingers leave the mat and super slow we'll roll up. Make it really nice and slow. Good. Now standing tall, let's reach for the block again. Once again, it's going inside the legs, but I'd like you to have it on the narrow setting, and we'll bring it way up. Just really get it all up in there, right between the thighs. And we're going to get that big squeeze of the block again. So I'm going to show you on the side, the feet are parallel. We'll bend into the knees and squeeze the block. You may need to adjust it when you bend into the legs. We're going to keep that squeeze of the block, and then we're going to get back into the triceps, and there should be no pressure on the shoulders. So we'll send the legs down, keep squeezing the block, squeeze, 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 come up onto the tippy toes, and lift the palms up and lower them down. Squeeze the block, lift the palms up and lower them down. Lift the palms up, and now when they're up, squeeze the triceps a little bit and lower them down. Perfect form. Try to look down a little bit for me. Yeah, nicer balance. And it should be easier to balance that way. Good. I know it's hard. Your form is magnificent. Lift it up, squeeze the block, good, and lower it down. So we're working that whole same channel of the body. Nice, and lower it down. We're doing 2 more. Reach the arms up, little squeeze of the triceps. Good, and do 1 more. Now, when you bring those hands back down, I'd like you to lower the heels, keep squeezing the block. We're reaching the arms up. It's like chair position in yoga. Squeeze the block profoundly. Good. Send the arms straight back. Do it again. Reach those arms. Keep squeezing the block. And send the arms straight back. 1 more. Bring those arms up. Chair position. Bend your knees a little bit more. Keep squeezing the block. I'd like you to lower your tummy down and make your back parallel to the mat. Make your head come with you. Don't lower your hands though. Sorry. Keep bending the knees. But make your body parallel. So you're looking straight down. You've got, yes, that's it. Bend your knees. Bend your knees a lot. Lower back down. Yeah, that's it, Susie. Perfect. Rise up onto your tippy toes. Hold here for 5, 4, send the hips back, good. 2, it's so hard. 1, lower the heels on down. Good, lower the hands down, keep squeezing your block, rotate the block back. So that means sending your inner thighs straight back, hang your head really heavy. Really heavy, so the legs, they're squeezing, but they're rotating back. That should feel amazing on the low back. Yeah, when we work that chain, we've got to let it release too. Fantastic. Now, I'd like you to take your block out away from your legs and put it right down in front of your feet. So it's pressing forward. You're going to be able to put your hand on the block at a slight angle. So I'm going to show you this way. You're just going to be able to put one hand on the block, and if you did both hands on the block, that would be kind of long. Okay? Yeah, you got it. Perfect. Now, say your right hand on the block, and it's not on the right side, it's right in front of you. I'd like you to bend into the right leg, reach the left leg and the arm back, so you're finding this funky warrior 3, but it's on an angle, right? So bend into your right leg. Now try to soften your right hand away from the block and maybe bring the tricep on the ear. And so you're in warrior 3. Bend the knee, standing leg, and straighten it back up. Bend the knee. Nice. Straighten it. Very good. Now try to soften onto the fingertips on the block. Just the fingertips. Good. Do it again. Bend the leg. I know it's so hard. It's good to think of scissoring the inner thighs toward one another and make your back super flat. Bend the standing leg. Send the other one straight back. Good. Now straighten the one back behind you. Fantastic. Super soft on your fingers. That's so good. Yes, amazing balance. Not so different from what we were doing on the ground. Hold for 3. Try to bend your standing leg one more time. Good. And bring the legs back together. Good. We're going to do the other side. We're going to do one more on each side. It's a lot of balance because, again, the limbs are so long. This is working the core like crazy. Bend the standing leg.
You say back flat. Is my back? Your
back isn't flat right now, but the beautiful thing is when you lift your leg, it is. So, but that's totally normal. It's really hard to have a flat back when you're standing like this. So now you're a little rounded, which is totally appropriate. Good. Now send the leg back. Send the arm back too if you can. Yeah, so good. Now try to rotate so you're centered toward the mat. It's really hard. Flex your foot in the air. Flex it. Yeah. Rotate the inner thigh to the sky of the leg that's in the air. Yeah. Soft fingertips on the block. Try to even out, look straight down. Bend your standing leg. That's what makes it hard. Yeah, bend it more. Bend it more. There's your flat back. Amazing. Lift the back heel a tiny bit. Don't rotate it toward me. Rotate it up to the sky. Other way. Yes. Good. And that's enough. And now put it back down. Yeah, we'll put it on the ground. And I know. And just one more. Do you see what we're trying to do though? We're trying to get that same interior channel, but one side is working on the upper body, the other side is working on the lower tummy and the back body. So it's that shift inside the body.
Dada.
What?
Someone's awake.
For a pumpkin pie? Hey, sweetheart.
Hi.
Do you remember me?
Hi. Oh, she just waved. I think she does remember you. She can't hear you right now.
Oh, well, I'm going to blow her a kiss.
She blew you a kiss. Will you blow her a kiss? No. You got one.
Got one. You got it.
She got it. She got it.
Did you get a kiss? Oh, somebody has a beautiful little lamb. Yes, you do. Will you let mommy do one more exercise? Yeah.
Yeah, I think she will.
Okay. So come into the other leg. So let's bend the legs right away.
When you said like when the leg is up, you said to rotate the thigh out. Out.
Inner thigh up, inner thigh out to the sky. So yeah, you want the toes pointing to the.
But keep the toes pointing toward the ground though.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, because that's going to even out the sacrum. Yeah.
Okay, I think I see. I had that totally wrong.
No, that's okay. That's okay. It's confusing.
Yeah, I can maybe get her out. Yeah, she's been fine, but she might knock me over by blowing on me in a second. All right. Okay.
Yeah, let's bend the legs because I think it's easy. It's hard when we're standing, but it's easier to get into the position. So bend the knees for me.
standing up, start standing
no,
up.
back same position.
Okay.
But just get a bend in the legs. Yeah, now your back can get flatter. Yeah, good. Now we'll send the legs straight back and up. Good. Flex the foot down. Straight back. Good. Toes point down. Inner thigh shines to the sky. So it's the inseam of the leg that reaches up. Good. Bend the standing leg. That's what's going to make it hard. And send the arm back. Send that left arm back. Perfect. Nice. Get your fingers super light and make your back leg super straight. Straighter. Yeah, higher and straighter. Make the torso down though. That's it, Susie. That's it. Hold. Try to make the fingers light. Maybe get the fingers off the block. See what happens. Then I know that's okay. Bend the standing leg more standing leg. Back leg super straight. More. That's it. Hold for 2. I know, but it seems like what is working, but so much is working there at the same time. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, sweetie.
All right. Should we try the other side, I guess?
So now what we're doing, we're going to get those inner thighs released. So I just like you to roll up to standing. We'll let that block release for a minute. And here we'll bring the legs out to the side. Get a nice wide stance here. And we'll have the toes pointing out a little bit. And just little umpire position. I just like you to send the left leg out and rotate up to the sky. So it should be a release on that inner left thigh that was working so hard. And then reverse and the right leg out. And look up to the side. Make your shoulders easy and relaxed. And then we'll come back to center. I'd like you to point the toes forward here. And as you round up, it's kind of like we began class. We'll get that motion. Reach the arms up and bring your left wrist into your right hand and then lean over. Hi, Cora. Lean over. And it might be okay to look up under the elbow. The weight's going to shift a little bit. And then look back forward and then rise on up. We'll switch that opposite hand. Now we reach over to the left, reaching that right arm long. Oh, Cora. Getting too close to the technology.
Okay, we're all good. Sorry, she hung up my phone audio.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah. A little too close to the technology, huh? Too irresistible though, right? Hey, Cora. And reach it over. Try to even out the weight in your feet. Yeah, and maybe look up. You might hear from snapping and some cracking and some popping. Yeah, and then look forward. And then we rise on up. Hi, Cora. Now just one more thing. I'd like you to reach your hands back behind you. And we're doing a forward fold, Susie, so the toes are pointing straight forward. Let that fist lower down. And then I just like you to fold way over. And as your shoulders allow, bring that clasp up and overhead. And you may want to bend the knees if that feels nicer, if you can get more of a release there. Yeah. And send your clasp up. Relax your head a little bit. And it might be nice to nod no or nod yes. Yeah, that's it. Perfect. And then we'll bend the knees definitely. Reach that clasp up and over and just slowly round on up to standing. Nice, Susie.